I was a bit scared for him. I was thinking I need to stay with him as long as possible because she looks like she's not.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we are.
7 seconds.
Listen, when I was coming to see you today,
That's
Radio 1 were playing, I Got You, Kiss were playing, Need You. I was like, oh my god, if Adam's in his car right now, he's going to be feeling himself because literally all his tunes are on radio.
I'm over those times. Even when I first started hearing, like, you know, God bless, you know, Need You 100%.
You make it sound like it's dead.
No, God
bless Need You 100%. R.I.P.
No.
Rest in peace.
I know, God bless it in the sense that it really got me, it got the ball on.
Yeah, it did.
And I'm totally, you know, grateful for that song. But
alright, so a few things before this camera.
But when I heard that on the radio, I was like, I wasn't like, oh, like, pat about. I was like, how should that sound next to that track?
Oh, you're so like on it. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, is the snare too loud? Is that double clap?
Oh wow.
I was like, I went into it. It's never.
But that's why, you know what, you and me never have like a deep musical chat. But I do think one day I want to sit in the studio and see how you make music because I see like how much you care. And no, I didn't mean that way. I was not doing quite literally. I was talking about the process. And he's like, in my pants.
With my Walker's crisps.
Yeah, you make me think of Wallace and Gromit. You realise that? Like, I'm envisioning something, putting your jumper on in the morning, showering you, brushing your teeth, and then you landing in the studio desk, and then doing your thing. No, but I am intrigued because I feel like you've been incredibly successful. You don't really scream and shout about it. You're not part of anyone's particular squad. Like the other day, I saw you put the best tweet I've seen forever, where you were squad goals by yourself. You were literally in a car by yourself with squad goals, and I was like, your humour is so ridiculous. I hope everyone gets it. But it was very funny. And then
the internet don't get it though, because no one understands sarcasm on the internet.
I know, I do. I feel like you're in LA the most, but American girls and British girls.
Stay away from failed actresses.
From who?
Failed actresses that go to LA.
What's that?
Failed actresses.
Oh, failed actresses.
When they're with big hopes and dreams. And,
that's a bit of a gangster thing to say.
That's true.
Failed actresses.
Yeah, but you know, like anyone.
I thought every waitress there was an actress.
Anyone that goes to LA to try and make, I mean, the luxury. Go to LA. You can come home at any time. Like, don't go to LA to try and make it. They'll eat you up. They'll spit you out. They'll smell like the desperation.
Did you not find?
And don't date actresses.
Clearly, you have then, and it's not worked out.
Well, I'm dated.
Okay. Adam, let's not go there. So do you not, you know, like Americans love British girls, like American guys, they love British girls. Do you not like American girls then?
No, I do.
You do. Could you see yourself settling with an American chick?
Of course.
Yeah. Sad. Sad. Did you see that? He's just going to settle with an American girl. I'm predicting this now. 12 months from now, this man, this man is going to, I definitely know you're going to do a prenup. He is going to have an American fiance. Trust me.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%. But he's going to have like a couple of babies in the UK. As in babies. No, it could happen. Are you ready to settle yet? Are you ready to settle yet, or are you still wild? Still wild.
The grass is always greener.
The grass is always greener.
The grass is always greener.
Moving.
I used to date some slightly crazy chicks. Do you
remember that time we went for food and there was a crazy girl that you'd met on the train and you two were eating together? And you left her to come and sit with me. And I remember that so well because I think she waited for 2 hours. How? While you sat with me and she waited on another table for 2 hours. I will always remember that. I don't know if you were a gangster for that or you were out of order. I'm not quite sure.
It was quite funny. For some reason, I went through a period of like
meeting girls on trains.
Just hanging out trains, like, you know, just loitering on train stations late night. I was pretty girl warming hair. I was like, have I still got game? Have I? Can I? You know, like.
Have I still got game?
Because when you're DJing, you know, everybody gets a lot more attractive.
Yeah. But how can you know?
Do I still have game in real life? And I was like, give it a try. And
did she know who you were?
I know. No.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
okay, how did you get on?
Yeah.
You got in with her?
Sorry?
You got in with her, like she went out with you?
What, you mean dated?
Oh, Adam, you're such a dog. Are you literally living life like that? You're literally like, can I see her?
What do you mean, hello?
You're just basically having sex. That's what you're
kind
of
saying.
Like
having sex and then never see someone again?
Yeah.
No, of course
not. Oh, so you did it on text message?
No.
The odd
no,
DM?
I'm not, come on, I don't need that.
So you will revisit?
I lived life.
So you will revisit?
I think you're getting it twisted, man.
Oh, Adam, you should be like dating and going to dinner and cinema and all that shit as well.
No, I don't do that.
Jesus, different.
I've always been single, like, since we met.
Aside from the LA tan, you look really well in yourself. Are you training? Are you looking after yourself better?
Aside from the LA tan, we just did a photo shoot, so I've got makeup on. So
Adam,
that
you
helps.
didn't need to tell them that. No one knew.
Because my son's going to be watching and be like, yeah, but he's got makeup on.
No, he hasn't. He's got the Calvin Harris tan.
No, LA's, yeah, no, I mean,
I feel like it suits
no,
you.
but LA you can't force to. It's because the standards of beauty suddenly rise a
Oh
lot
my God.
in LA. So,
but you're like a superstar DJ. Do you not get away with it? Like, you don't need to have that same pressure because people care about you because of who you are as well. Less pressure and having to look perfect.
I think in LA, if you go to a really nice restaurant, you're probably more respected wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt. It's not like London. It's like, oh, they must be somebody. They must be an artist. That's literally over here. Like, I went to Hackersack and I asked for a doggy bag and they wouldn't let me take my food.
Right, Adam, stop being a tramp. But that's not a takeaway. It's not Chick King or Morley's. You're going to Hackersack. You're supposed to have food there.
But but that's pretentious.
Why
and
is
that's
it?
what I don't miss about them.
All right, that's like you DJing at Glastonbury or performing at Glastonbury with a band, and you being up there with just like CDJs and mixing. It's a different situation. You adapt.
When I was taking your leftover food at Hackersack,
because Hackersack is like a
so it's not classy to bring your leftover food.
Oh my God, you can't go get doggy bags in some restaurants. It's just like I'd hate you. I would hate to go to dinner with you. I'd be like, Adam, please don't do it. I'd kick you under the table. Please don't do it.
I once saw two girls. You know those big dumplings? They're about that big.
Yeah.
I once saw these two girls like in Hackersack, like literally
with a dumpling.
Literally like a mint, like down in one.
I'm so people watching.
Wow. I was like, Jesus.
I'm so glad you haven't changed. Like, LA hasn't like made you all like all prim and proper and just like all about everything, the finer things in life.
You mean like kind of everyone who goes to LA gets spiritual?
Yeah, well, you haven't had your teeth done. You've got good teeth anyway. You haven't got dodgy teeth. Okay, don't look at his teeth now, please.
I went to the dentist and
because everyone gets their teeth done when they go to LA.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I went to the dentist like a few years ago in the UK and they said, oh, your teeth are immaculate.
Wow,
like
no fillings, nothing.
Teeth immaculate, but they're some of the smallest teeth I've ever seen. So it's like, oh, thanks.
So Nikki, Katy,
yeah.
You created the production from the conversations you had. You knew what she wanted. She was coming with this new direction. When you hear it, when it's finished, what are you thinking?
When I heard it, because it came in so many layers. Initially it was just Katy's vocal, and it was like the arrangement was a radio pop track, even though it sounded different.
Yeah.
You know, Nikki coming on doing her thing. Obviously, it's going to take it to the now. I mean, I'm so naive to everything. I didn't realise it was like. I just thought it was a really sassy track.
It's such a huge track, though.
No, but it's just like sassy and had attitude. I didn't know what. I mean, I've seen like a little bit of press and stuff talking about it, and I was like, oh, Jesus, I'm so naive to everything.
No, it's quite nice that you don't overthink it though. You just make production that you love and you share it, and it just works.
That's the one thing having my artist alias and being really fortunate to make a living from what I do. I had no pressure going into that record. I could go into that and be like, you know what, I want to make quite a good beat here, as opposed to be like, okay, here's still the pop standards that you hear on Spotify and on the radio. So who
do you call to play to? Like, I have my go-to people, but who do you call?
I wasn't allowed to on this project.
You didn't call your mum or anybody to just play to somebody to be like, wow.
No. The level of security on this project was immense.
So were you just like
because
literally?
You don't want a demo to delete. Right. I didn't say a word to anybody.
Oh wow!
Until literally, I didn't even tell my mum and dad.
Don't tell me not until the week of.
Until we know it was going to be a single.
Wow!
But we didn't. I didn't even know it was going to be on the album up until about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That's insane.
I mean, she literally has. I saw her talking the other day. She had 40 records, and these 40 records aren't from 2-bit.
So you're sitting there thinking, please,
top guys in the world.
Yeah.
And then it's like down to 15, and then obviously you've got the singles as well. So
it's been a bit of a contrast.
I take my hat off to her for choosing that record, because you know, a lot of those other guys put a lot more weight than I do, and I'm sure there's side deals going on. And like I said, she's a boss. She does what
because she's got her ear to the ground though, and she cares and she listens to production and she knows about you and knows about people.
When you see, if the guys that I think have made the production credits on the record that are on there, I think you'd be very surprised.